3 things that you can do today to retune your faulty body clock so that you get 7 to 9 hours of blissful, restful sleep every single night. Let's get into it. Number 1, I need you. You need you. We both need you from now on to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. What this means is going to bed at the same time every night and getting up at the same time every morning. You see, here's the thing. The way that you are living now, you are living in such a disordered state that there is nothing for your body to anchor onto. So from this day forth, you're going to have to get up at the same time every single day. When you have a lie-in at the weekend, you are pushing your body clock further and further and further offline, which means in order for us to pull it back in again, we are going to need a little bit of regularity. Yes, it is going to be fairly difficult for the first couple of days, but once you start to bring your circadian rhythm back in line with you, this is going to get a lot easier. Number 2, the second thing that I want us to get into is I want us to expose ourselves to more natural light. Not the light in your living room, not the light in your office. I want you to actually get up in the morning and I want you to go outside and I want you to get 5 to 10 minutes of natural light exposure. What this is going to do, this is going to send a signal directly into your brain that it is go time. Trust me, this is one of the best things that you can possibly do. I believe the majority of people struggled with their mental health. They reported depressive feelings. They felt anxious because they weren't getting enough daylight. They were getting up at whatever time they wanted, and then they were just sitting on the couch and they weren't getting outside. Get up in the morning, get yourself outside, send a solid signal to your brain that it's time to go to work. Number 3, this is always one that I have to kind of tread very carefully around because we're going to be talking about caffeine. Now, caffeine is one of the most abused substances on the face of the planet. It's also a huge reason why you can't sleep at night. Every cup of coffee whacks your circadian rhythm, whacks your body clock and moves it out of sync. See, the way that coffee works, it actually blocks the sleepy signal from a buildup of a chemical in the brain called adenosine. The only problem with this is we kind of progress through the day and we continue to drink coffee. We block the signal of adenosine. We stop ourselves feeling tired, which means that at some point in the day when the caffeine starts to wear off and we start to feel incredibly sleepy, we have more caffeine to counteract this feeling, which means that when we go to bed at night, we can't sleep, which means that we struggle to sleep, which means that we don't get enough rest and recuperation, which means that we wake up in the morning tired, which means that we start to over-caffeinate again. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Don't shoot me. If you can, this is the protocol which I think is going to absolutely change your life. It sounds scary, it sounds daunting, but I don't want you to have any caffeine for the first 90 minutes of the day. The reason for this is driving force of wakefulness at this time is cortisol. We'll save that for another video though. So when you get up in the morning, drink a litre of water, maybe put some electrolytes in it, and then delay your first hit of caffeine for 90 minutes. This is going to reduce your daily overall caffeine intake because the majority of people have 2 to 4 cups of coffee as soon as they wake up in the morning. If we can reduce this, if we can cut out those 2 to 4 cups of coffee and then not have any caffeine after say 12 o'clock, that is going to give the caffeine a chance to leave your body, which means that when you go to bed at night, not only will you have been up for enough time to feel sleepy, you will have sent solid signals to your brain by exposing it to natural light in the morning, and the caffeine will have worn off, which means that you will be able to get to sleep at night, which means that you will feel much better in the morning, which means that you won't need 2 to 4 cups of coffee in the morning. Hopefully watching this video has kind of made you realize that although your circadian rhythm, although your body clock is out of sync, It's the way that you behave on a daily basis that has caused it to fall out of synchronization with you. In case you didn't know, my name is Danny Wilson. I'm a sleep, health, and performance coach. I help people dramatically increase their daily energy, drive, and focus. I take people on a transformational journey from tired, overweight, and stressed to lean, motivated, and highly energized every single day. The best part, I do this without any form of restrictive diets and without any complicated exercise programs. This is something that you are clearly interested in because you've watched to this part of the video. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Click subscribe. This helps me. It also helps you because it means that you are going to get to see everything that I put out. If you want to make that safety net that little bit tighter, you can press bell button to subscribe. That means whenever I put out a piece of content, you will be the first to know. And they say that sharing is caring. So if you have got something out of this video, or if there's someone in your life who constantly moans about feeling tired all of the time, share this video with them. The YouTube algorithm absolutely loves that. Forward to catching up with you in my next video. Have a fantastic day.